Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It is Monday the 23rd of Jan 23/01/23. So I just wanted to give you guys an update as to where we are with everything. Monday can kind of be my update and kind of look into what we're doing for the week. Some weeks will be a little bit busier and I might jump on to the to do a video more than once or twice. Last week not much happened, and that's basically, I think, between Monday and Tuesday all of our prop firm accounts hit equity protector, which means they lost to a point where the EA closed out and said, okay, that's, enough's enough, we will call it there and we will start trading next week. That's how the EA works. So that's where we are. New week, we've got them all going again. I tried to get all four going last week. When I say four, it's basically my funded account, the 100k, which beginning of last week was sitting about 97,800 or so. Then I had the new funded account for my son, which I am managing. We started that as well. Then phase 2 on a new 100k challenge, which we had previously just passed phase 1, and then a new phase 1 100k. So all go 4 accounts, and my other live accounts, so I have 2, including my son's, there's 2 10k lives and 1 100k live, so 3 live or funded accounts in total, looking for these 2. So there's 5 in total, but last week I did not trade the other live 10, and the reason being is I'd already hit my profit target. Alright, so this is why I was just waiting for this. It's currently under review, but I've got 495, just shy of the 500, which was my target. So there's no point to keep pushing it. I've done that before, and I've actually done that on my current live account. I was sitting at about $2,000 over just before heading into sort of the Christmas weeks, and I ended up losing twice and going all the way down to under 97,000. I mean under 98,000. So I don't want to do that again. I want to take my money when it's there. So once we have got this payout, we will get the new account, and then essentially we will have 5 accounts running, so it'll be pretty full on. So let me go quickly to this. I can show you. This is the live account. I've just been trading this manually. It's my 100k funded. You can see we are now sitting at 98,400. We've made about $500. I'm trading very, very passively, very slowly, trading my EMA. If I get into trouble, I go switch over to my my hedging. So it's kind of the best of both. Sorry, I'm just going to close this because it is annoying. It keeps talking in my ear. Okay. So, as I said, this one I've been working slowly. Haven't traded that much, to be honest. Traded until I got to 98,400. So, 1,600 to go until I get to the 100k. I need to get this one back to 100k because I am currently, this one is on MT4. Because when I first set this one up, I was running it on the Golden Goose strategy, which was an MT4 strategy. Now, pretty much all of the new strategies that are coming out are MT5 because of the time frames they use. That cannot be done on MT4. So I have been looking at a copy trader. I've just got I kind of downloaded it, tried it, but I've got to go deeper into looking at the setup and how to do it. I'm going to try it again now. I think it was maybe just because I had some trades running already on this account. So if I can set up that trade copier, I will essentially run this account, which is phase 2, which I'm using, and I've got set up one of the current top 3 set files. Looking for that 5%. We hit our first equity, like I said, last week, so we are at just under 98k. So pretty much at the same place, which is good, because if I can copy this one and run the same trades on this, I am going to basically look for the same amount. I'll look for that 5%, but the second this one gets to about even 1k, 500, 1k over, I'll see how it's going. If I feel like it's pushing higher, I'll play it a bit longer. But even if it gets to 500 or 1,000, I'm going to close this one, take the profit, so I can then get this account onto MT5, so I don't have to do any copying. So that's the plan for these two. This one is phase 2, so hopefully we can get this. You can see I've got weekly floating of 0.27. This was me messing around this morning trying to get this working on the copy trader, but it wasn't. The trades were not going through to the MT4, so not sure what was happening there. On this one, this is the phase 1. Because the phase 1, you're pushing for a higher profit target. Obviously your drawdown is also high, so this one you can see we hit equity as well, 96,300, so it was just not quite the full 4k, which is actually good, and I think it would have hit anyway, so it doesn't matter. This is my son's little account, which is only just over $100 down, so not stressed about that at all. These are all set up, ready to go. You can see the little blue, sorry, excuse me. You can see the little blue icon there is set up and ready to go. So this is all working. It just has not found the criteria in which it places its first trade yet. So hopefully within the next couple days we will be in this trade, and hopefully by the end of the week we will be out this trade with our, I think this one, if it hits its target, will be, I think about, let me see what this profit target is. This is my son's. The profit target on this one is, here we go. So it's looking, it'll close at 10,250, but its goal is, yeah, so if we hit our target, we'll be about 150 over. So I might leave it there and just take the withdrawal, because then I will also get my refund on this one. So I'm not going to push this one too hard, so we'll see how that goes. And then so that's that, and then on the other one it'll be 5,000. So if we get that, we'll be about no, this one is 10,000, so it'll be about 105k. Then we'll only be 3k behind. And then on this one, if we do get the copy trading working and we get that 5k, like I said, I'll close this around 2,000 over to take that profit. So with the profit we're currently waiting for, they're just reviewing that, and hopefully by the end of the day that'll be accepted and I can get my $400 odd, which is pretty much close enough to buy into another challenge. So essentially we've secured another challenge, and yeah, that's all of the accounts. And then that one I will start as well. I only have 2 VPSs at the moment. One is only a single core, the other is duo core. So I might look at potentially closing the other single core and open up a new duo. So I have two core VPSs, so I can run all 5. Because I'm not sure if I can run 3 on the 2. Maybe I can. I'm currently running 2 on this single, which is pushing it a little bit, but it's working okay. Nothing dodgy about that one at all. We hit our profit fairly quickly. We traded all 5 days, so we should be okay with that. So we're just waiting for that. And then the My Forex Funds one, which is my son's, again, just hit equity, now waiting to trade again. So okay, this one is our live account. This is, we are in our hedge position. That's the hedge position there, the 0.2. This is actually a little bit bigger than I wanted to be, because I made that slight error last week where I was in a hedge position and I ended up closing the other positions, and I should have held the hedge to open a new hedge, and I accidentally closed the hedge as well. So I lost $50 straight away. So this one went down to from 2,700 to 2,650. Come back a little bit. I'm $10 ahead of that. I'm waiting for these. Once this moves a bit, the market's kind of just dancing around here. Once this moves, we should be able to, if it gets down to here, close these positions, open up a new buy, and vice versa. If it gets up to about here, close this and potentially this, and then just open up a new 0.1. I think that's the better way of going. So I'm hoping price pushes up, but whatever way it goes, it doesn't matter. We will take that. So that's where we are. Live account going. A slight setback. I'm just going to make sure I am focused when I'm doing this, because that was a stupid mistake, and I would actually be about 30, maybe 20 or $30 up now. But you know, we live and we learn. Made a stupid mistake, won't do that again. And that's it. That's all I've got for now. And then the only other thing was, if anyone else is doing the prop farming thing where they're using the EA to do this, or is interested, now is the time, because I've just been given the new affiliate link. I've just got to look how that works, but let me know if you're interested to sign up, because they've actually now increased their price, and it's a hefty price now. I think because the service has become so good now, they just don't want everyone just jumping on board, so they have put the price up quite a lot. It used to be $3,000 for the annual license, which gave you access to the 5 EA licenses, the 5 Titan X licenses, so you could have 5 accounts trading separately. It also gave you access to everything else the company Blue Edge does, and everything else they have to offer in terms of training and everything. They've got so much on their site, so even if you were just getting that, it's actually not too bad. But they've actually now increased that to $5,000, so it's a hefty price, but the value is there. Now with my affiliate link, you can still get it for 3. So essentially you're getting $2,000 off if you use the affiliate link. Okay, so I've never really pushed the affiliate. Yes, I get a little bit of a kickback, but it makes more sense now for you to use it. So just letting you know that that's how they are doing it now. They've increased their price, but the affiliate link will keep it to what it was. So there was that I wanted to mention. And then talking about the prop farming, the other thing was today, the last 2 weeks especially, because last week I said that we hit equity protector, right? Didn't stress me out at all. I've done the back testing. I've been doing this now, the prop farming with this group for 6 months now, almost 7 months. So I know how it works. I've been there in the beginning. It is confusing. It is, you know, daunting, all the stuff when you're signing up for your new accounts and so excited to get going. You know, you think you're going to make X, Y, and Z in the first 2-3 months. Sometimes it pans out like that. Like, you know, when I first joined, there was people talking about they've just joined, they've hit an incredible run, they've got 3 live accounts, they've already made their money back, this and the other, and you know, it didn't happen like that way for me. I lost my first one. It was unfortunate, but then I ended up passing my second, and that's the account I still have, the live account that has paid back everything I've put in. So I'm essentially break even plus a little bit. But I was trading very passive with that account. You know, I ended up passing a second account, which I lost because I was going full aggro on it. I lost without making anything, which was a bit of a setback. But I see a lot of people now, they hit equity last week. This week, some of them using the other, so the top 3 strategies, essentially the top 2 are being used the most. Is one's called Plutus, one's called Brutus. Weird names, but anyway. So Plutus and Brutus last week hit equity, and then Plutus has already hit equity this week. So yeah, so as I was saying, a lot of people they've had 2 weeks in a row where they've hit equity. Some of them have actually hit 3 equities. I'm not sure how or what they were doing or why they've hit 3, but they have. But they're stressing out and they're already like, oh, is this working? You know, is this even working? This, that, and the other. So I kind of just did this visual for anyone that was stressing out about it, because if you look this time last year, so coming in beginning of December, beginning to mid-Jan, going towards the end of Jan, which is where we are now, you had, and I'm looking at Brutus in particular, right? This ended up with a retake. It hit 3 equity protectors, so it hit equity 3 times, but still did not lose the account. The following week, if you would have started the following week, which was the start like today, you would have hit equity twice, but still ended up passing, right? So you could have hit those equities 2 weeks running, and then within the following 2 weeks, you ended up passing. So this is something I just wanted to make them aware of, people. So I sent this little graphic to say, you know, in the first 18 weeks of last year, even though this had an incredible pass rate of 90%, from the first 18 starts, 8 out of those 18 times, the equity was hit 2 or more times, right? So some 1, 2, 3, 4 of those were actually 3 times, hit equity 3 times. So, you know, you're going to hit equity, you're going to get those losing weeks, but it's okay. Just let the system do its thing. And no one says it's going to be 100% win rate, right? You're not going to win them all. But the point is, the numbers are in your favor. If you just play the game for long enough, the numbers are in your favor and you will come out on top. That is the main thing, right? Do this long enough and you will be successful. You know, some people get that success very early. I have kind of gone very slow and not necessarily traded this 100% how it should have been. I traded a little bit my way, which I am no longer doing. I'm now trading it the way it should. So I'm just running it. I almost don't even want to check on my accounts until the end of the week and just see what happened. You know, I find that difficult still, but if you can do it, I think that would be the best thing. You just make sure that your accounts have started, your EA is running, make sure that your symbol is there and everything is correct and it's all running, and then you go out of your VPS and you don't go back until Friday. Log back in on Friday and have a look. You know, maybe check once or twice during the week just to make sure everything's still running, because you never know, sometimes there could be an issue or a hiccup or something wrong. You've got to just check on that. But you know, I would love to be able to just leave it and only check on it on Friday at the end of the week and say, okay, oh wow, I passed, or okay, equity hit. And that way you don't bring your emotions into it. You know, it's either like, okay, I've hit my equity, or oh wow, I've got the hit the TP. That's the way I'm trying to do it. I am still checking on it. But that being said, when my accounts hit the EP, when my accounts hit the EP, I'm not so stressed about it. You know, yes, even if I eventually do lose, so be it, because I've run the calendar for different set files, different strategies with way less percentage of a pass rate than this. I'm talking about like 58%, so way less. That is still successful over the whole year. So, you know, you've just got to stick to the plan and trade it the way it is supposed to be traded. You know, and everyone asks, I'm in profit now, should I just close? No, just let it run. If you end up hitting equity, so be it. Everyone will be like, oh, but I could have had that thing. What if you close it at on a 10k, I mean $100,000 account, you close it at 3,000 because you're like, oh, it's gone in profit, and then it pushes down, you're like, oh, thank goodness, it goes down to, like exactly what happened to me last week. It went all the way to 3.9 under, and my equity was set at 4. It then turned around and I hit that 8k. So that just shows, like, you know, you've got to just let it be, because you could have closed it at 3 and been like, okay, thank goodness, and then later on in the day or the next day in the Discord, you see that everyone else has hit their target and they've passed the challenge, and you're still now sitting on $3,000 in profit. And now suddenly your $3,000 doesn't look so attractive anymore because everyone else has hit their 8 or 10k. So, you know, and that happened to me last year when I was trading it my way. I would be sitting in profit, but it would take me so much longer. And on the Discord group, I'd just see everyone passing. I'm like, oh man, I should have just left it, you know? So hindsight is a wonderful thing. You can always look back and say, oh, I should have, you know? But if you are running based on data, then run based on data. You know, the data says it runs from start to finish without any interference. That's pretty much all I wanted to go over today. Everything is still moving forward. No big announcements yet. Hopefully we can get a few passes this week. We'll see how it goes. But you know, until it happens, not much I can do. But I'll keep giving you guys updates on where we are. So hopefully we'll get that payout today as well. So that'll be cool. And then we'll have 5 accounts running. So let's see how that goes. Pretty intense, but still very exciting. All right, we'll catch you guys in a bit. Bye for now.